we pay attention.
I'm just gonna let the opening animation play.
This is so pretty!
Yeah.
He can reach the other side of the rainbow.
Like how the elevator has 1, 2, 3 Knuckles and no 4.
Sonic Mania is the only Sonic 4 anyone needs.
True.
It really feels like a proper successor.
It does.
Look at this. Look at how pretty this is. Look at how fun this is. Like, this art is fun. There is love in every frame of this.
Right. Welcome to Adventures in Platforming, where, as predicted, we're doing the Sonic Mania episode before the Metroid Prime 2 episode.
Like, this was never really in even kind of question.
True. I forgot how soon this was coming out.
Oh man. What a joyful moment. Now available for your PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and will be out on Steam in 2 weeks as of today.
So we're going to start with one of the new zones, Studiopolis.
Yeah. Studiopolis. Oh man, look at it. It's so gorgeous. I was talking with resident Sonic the Hedgehog Ultra Nerd and occasional Q&A quest guest / Angry Skeleton Beat about the way that these graphics seem to have been like drawn at Genesis resolution and then like upscaled on an integer scale. And like that helps them look like old, but since they were drawn with that in mind, they still upscale really cleanly in a really great way.
Yeah.
Also, look at that effect, look at it! Oh man, this isn't even close to the path I took through this level.
Also the music in this game.
Oh, it's so good. Oh man. And all the frames of animation that Sonic has.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend, there's like bits where Sonic will rotate, like in the old, if you remember Sonic 3, Hydro City Zone has these pillars that you can rotate on, and there are pillars in this game that will rotate him in a similar fashion. And it was interesting, just like, in Sonic 3, you get like, there's about 8 frames of rotation, which was, you know, a nice, impressive, convincing effect. And like, you can see both the similarities and the differences in how this game handles rotation, while to be much, you know, grander because it's a much newer game, but also to keep the appearance of being older than it is.
Yeah.
It's like, I swear I would be shocked if he has less than 20 frames of rotating sprite. I never even looked at some of these areas that you're passing through. These levels are huge.
They are quite massive.
I love the silhouette effect. I think this was the first, like, non-returning level that they revealed.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah.
Love the director's chairs in this level, and the popcorn machines.
Yeah, which is a reference to an old Sonic product. the Sonic popcorn maker is like a weird obsession with the Sonic hacking community.
Next on Adventures in Platforming, watch me fail at blue spheres. This music like haunts my nightmares.
Is like this song is the cosmic background radiation of my brain. That doesn't sound like that ended well for you.
No.
Yeah, one thing I appreciate about this game is that it has a lot of returning levels. But anytime a level comes back, it's been remixed. Like, by the time you hit Act 2, you realize it's been remixed to the point of unrecognizability.
Yeah.
Also, those clapboards, their take number will always be the number of lives you have left.
Huh.
Those, I'm trying to remember what those, frickin' bands actually have written on them. Appears to say Hornet. Just possibly a reference to the, I want to say the Daytona car from...
Daytona!
Also, that animation of, like, black and white, like, frickin' vaudeville-looking Eggman in, like, a bowler hat dancing.
It's amazing.
Amazing. I took a lot of screen caps on the Switch version of just this level.
Nice.
Because there's just a lot of gorgeous background details. I'm glad they kept like his super peel out run animation from Sonic CD.
Yeah. Really like them to make an actual physical edition of this game.
Yeah, I would like to have this as a thing that I could hold in my hand.
Yes.
I would buy it again.
I'm already gonna buy it again because I'm gonna buy it on Switch.
Yeah. It's such a great portable game, and it lasts on the Switch battery forever, basically.
Alright, this is where I died last time. Figure out how to damage this stupid boss.
You hit the blue missiles.
Hit the what?
The blue missiles.
Oh.
It's not easy, but it's simple. I love how garish that looks. When the rings just go flying into the screen. Because it's just like, it's the sort of whiz-bang 2D effect. Like, I've mentioned this, I don't think I've mentioned this during the stream yet, but one of the ethos that Sonic Mania seems to carry about it is the idea of what if they had made like a really high-quality 2D Sonic for the Saturn. And so it's full of little things that look like the sort of touch you would put in if you were trying to show off that, like, look at the whiz-bang 2D effects we can do, and look at this 3D stuff. This is nuts. Studiopolis is very good, but I don't think it's my favorite of the new zones. I think I had the most fun with the next original zone. There you go. I'm on delay, why am I saying things? Also, Tails, where have you gone?
Oh, my son wanted me to do solo Sonic. No Tails.
Oh, you've made this game harder on yourself. Tails is actually really useful in this one.
Not my choice.
No, I'm not saying that you should have disobeyed orders from your kid. I'm just saying, like, it is actually for once, Tails will be enough of an active contributor that removing him is actually handicapping yourself.
Yeah. He almost didn't want me to play it. Like, he saw, I was like, oh, this is a new Sonic game. He's like, oh, can you play the, what did he describe it as? The one where Sonic runs really fast and there's a rainbow? He's talking about the opening animation of Sonic CD. But I just put on, like, this crushed, I must have had, like, this absurdly crushed look on my face. And he eventually just let me play
Your child is feeling pity for you. Your old man really wants this. Well, it's good to know that your kid's good-natured.
Well, he must have enjoyed it because he then busted out his Sonic toys he hasn't played with in a while, so it's good.
One thing I would like to point out, that sign, the Act player sign is obviously a 3D object. Look at that! Look at that! Ah! The giant, like, Eggman, like, laughing. Oh, it's so good. It makes me so happy. I like how that enemy, the enemies with 3 orbs around them, like, they start looking more nervous as they...
It's a nice touch.
And I wonder if you'll find any special stages. I don't recall ever finding a big ring in Studiopolis. I'm inclined to, like, I remember reading that there's supposed to be 2 rings per act, 2 big rings per act, which it uses the Sonic 3 system of, like, you find a big ring to get into a special stage. But I never found any in this zone. Sonic gambling machine. One thing I really find myself is I want to get all of the Chaos Emeralds just so that I can see what Super Sonic is like.
Yeah. So are they selling the soundtrack for this game somewhere, by the way?
I feel like they must be, because it's amazing.
I need it.
They better be. Okay. Like, I don't think it's out yet, or else I'm sure I'd be seeing, like, a million, like a million rips of it on YouTube, but... Okay, they're definitely selling it as a vinyl, of all things. Yeah, it's up for pre-order as a vinyl, which ships in September, so I would imagine it will go up in other waves in September. I haven't been able to work out what the exact number of rings you need to get a Blue Sphere stage at a checkpoint is. I'm inclined to say it's like 25. It's a small enough number that it's much rarer for me to reach a checkpoint and not open one up. Sorry, I shouldn't distract you while you do this.
That's okay. I'm probably gonna fail anyway.
Listen, I don't need your Twitter talk.
Oh god. Oh god.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay. Alright, now it worked out.
This, the Blue Sphere stages in this game tend to be much more like they speed up a lot more quickly than they do in 3 and Knuckles. You did it!
I did.
You got a silver medal.
I don't know what that means, but it was something.
Those medals unlock bonus features. And some of them, let me tell you, are pretty spectacular. I'm trying to be careful about what I mention because there's so many beautiful details in this game that I don't want to spoil.
Yeah. We're not really going to talk about the first 2 zones very much.
Yeah, 'cause there's some great things that are a surprise right from the start. So, Wheels, what's your favorite classic Sonic?
Sonic and Knuckles.
Nice. Good choice. Any particular zones, or just love the whole thing?
Sandopolis?
Nice. I'm a fan of that one. I feel it's a little underrated.
I've always been a fan of, like, Egyptian-themed stuff, so that stage definitely...
Oh man, I love the background of this. Look at that weather prediction robo this year.
428 degrees.
Yeah. Okay, that hit was your own dang fault.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like I know and have experienced some issues with some of these bosses, but I appreciate how relentlessly creative all of them are. Like, there's no there was no boss where they were content to phone it in. Every single one of them has some sort of ridiculous gimmick.
I love that. Breaking news, Flying Battery returns.
It's bad.
Also one of my favorite stages from Sonic and Knuckles.
Oh, it's so good.
The music is fantastic.
And this game, this zone will adequately demonstrate that, like, there's a lot of Flying Battery in here, but it's not the only zone, even though it's, like, Flying Battery is the most constituent zone, and the one that, of course, gets the namesake, but it's not the only zone that this is going to call back to. And by the end, it'll be remixed so hard that it'll feel completely new.
Yes, Fire Shield.
And that's always your friend in Flying Battery. It's just nice to see the elemental shields again.
Oh, and I died.
Oh. This is, in most, as is true of many Sonic games, it's like the first time you're going to run into a lot of bottomless pits. This game, in a way that I'm sure will please a lot of fans who get very irritated at the propensity for bottomless pits that a lot of the 2D Sonics have. This one has a lot less. I think I've only seen like 3. So gorgeous. Imagine if this Sonic game came out on the Saturn. Instead of... Okay, there's like 2 Sonic games. There's like 3 Sonic games on the Saturn. and all of them are uniquely disappointing.
Especially Sonic R.
Oh man, are you gonna complain about everybody Supersonic Racing?
No, thankfully I didn't play that much of it.
Because the soundtrack is the best part of Sonic R.
I don't think I even played it on Saturn. I think I played it in whatever collection it came out on.
It was on the GameCube Gems collection.
Yeah.
They were stretching the definition of gems with a number of those titles. Yeah, what's I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what Sonic games came out on the Saturn, and they are an incredibly belated port of Sonic 3D Blast, which is just...
First game I had on the system.
I'm so sorry.
Had a nicer version of the soundtrack.
I actually like the Genesis soundtrack better. I'm that guy. My favorite thing about Sonic 3D Blast, though, is that it came out in Japan on the Saturn. That was the only time it ever came out in Japan. And it came out in Japan after Sonic Adventure.
Huh? What?
Sonic 3D Blast on Saturn came out in Japan on October 14th, 1999.
Wow.
By that point, in Japan, Sonic Adventure had been out for like a year.
So they never released the Genesis version in Japan?
Nope. I mean, would you?
No, probably not.
But also bear in mind that it was a very late Genesis game, and the Mega Drive in Japan just wasn't popular. Like, it never really had much of a foothold. As far as I can tell, its biggest foothold in Japan was, like, for hardcore players. And that's why you get stuff like Treasured stuff about for serious Mega Drivers.
Huh.
And, like, you get, Konami's Genesis output, which often, like, whether it actually was the most hardcore thing around, it was certainly, like, gave off the, like, you had Contra Hardcore and Castlevania Bloodlines, which gave off the atmosphere of being a more hardcore alternative than their SNES brothers. In conclusion, visual shock, speed shock, sound shock. Now is the time of the 68,000 Heart on Fire. Also, these frickin' magnets make the worst noise in the world.
They kinda do. Well, okay. I don't really know how to get myself out of this situation.
I'm excited. You fool!
Yep.
I can't believe you almost did. I can't believe that almost worked. Like, that might be the worst part. But yeah, in Japan, Sonic Adventure had come out on December 23rd, 1998. I have no earthly idea what Sonic 3D Blast thought it was doing coming out in Japan on frickin' October 14th, 1999.
I'll tell you what I thought it was doing. Not selling very many copies, most likely.
It's like the only thing I can think of that might be a little stranger is that that Street Fighter Alpha 3 came out on Saturn after it came out on Dreamcast.
Oh, I don't like this one at all.
Which one? Oh, this blue sphere. Oh, yeah, this is, have a good time.
Oh. F. Well,
F.
That happened.
You fool! I knew you were gonna make that mistake when you said that happened.
Yep.
It's a mistake I've made too. Yeah, let's get stats on when Street Fighter Alpha 3 came out. Yeah. In Japan, Alpha 3 came out on Dreamcast on July 8th, 1999, and on Sega Saturn on August 8th, 1999. It's already kind of a weirdly late port by that point. Like, I'm surprised any Capcom fighter would come to PlayStation before Saturn, even when the Saturn was in the midst of its death throes. I just realized the thing they did. Okay, you. Love you too. Wheels, tell the audience what else is involved.
Undertale?
Finally!
Yes.
I've only been recommending it to you since 2015.
Yes. But that's not a platformer, so more importantly, I've been playing Flint Hook.
Oh man, nice.
Which is a glorious roguelike platformer where you are a space pirate, and the roguelike dungeons you do are spaceships you're robbing, essentially.
Yeah. I heard it's quite good. I got it for a friend as a present. I haven't played it myself.
Gorgeous 2D art. It's pretty simple, not too hard, and just a lot of fun. So we'll be doing an episode on that sometime in the near future. For sure.
This game does remind me of something I saw, actually. Which is to say, there was I saw that someone's made a peripheral that allows you to, it's a peripheral to fit both Joy-Cons in a construction where you can access both with one hand.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on.
What's that, bud?
Ahead, no what way to find out.
You want me to play it? You want me to play on the big screen? Someone is up in the middle of the night.
That happens.
That's true.
Must keep on. Just follow my planet stay. Trust in you, take my lead. I say, follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me. I can no longer hear Wheels, but I won't stop.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, good.
Just going to prattle on endlessly.
Go ahead and finish up the broadcast at finish level.
That makes sense. But yeah, great game. Don't need us to tell people to buy it.
No.
Boy howdy, they should be. So yeah, I like how Flying Battery Act 2 has a lot of Wing Fortress Zone in it.
Yep.
I may or may not have booted up my cup. Guess what? I'm on a blue sphere stage. Guess what? I failed the blue sphere stage. That's probably the wrong time to lose my fire shield. Just saying.
What? Oh. That's funny. Yeah, garbage. Looks like it's Eggman's garbage.
Important Eggman garbage.
Yep. He's trying to find Eggman. That's right. Spider Eggman. Always has to be spiders.
Oh, this is a tough fight. I think you can probably fix that.
Eggman is always laughing.
Just having a good time.